back to the Sewing Circle. My name is Lesley, and if you're new here, welcome. This week for Friday Sews, I am a little bit delayed. We're one day delayed, and instead of it being Friday, we're on Saturday for Friday Sews. The reason being is that I had a little incident inside my little sewing trailer. We had a little tiny bit of a fire inside of one of the outlets, and I had to shut down production and have the electricians come. But they figured it out, and here I am with the makes for this week. Now, I have been working on my spring wardrobe and really calling it a capsule wardrobe. But as I investigate a capsule wardrobe, it seems that everything is interchangeable. And in my case, I'm making a spring wardrobe. So I want to share with you the 4 tops I made this week using a store-bought top that has been one of my favorites for a long time. Now this is the blouse that I got from Target. I think I got it like 2 springs ago. And I have worn and worn this until it's just kind of gotten to be very worn and cozy, as you can see. I decided that I wanted a blouse pattern like this, and I had picked up several different blouse patterns trying to come up with the same style of top. But everything hit me wrong, didn't seem like it was going to work out, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time trying to modify a pattern. So instead I decided to take this lovely top and turn it inside out and make a pattern out of it. Now, I will be popping up some footage. I did video a little bit of that process, but I want to talk you through that process because it's very simple, especially if you've had any kind of sewing skills. So I'm turning my top inside out, as you can see, and you can see very clearly that there is a front pattern. Can you see? If you follow the seam allowances, there's a pattern. So I made a pattern from this front piece by pulling in the sleeve. So the sleeve was no longer there. And laying it out flat and drawing around this, measuring to halfway across and making my pattern so that it's cut on the fold. Adding seam allowances and room for the band to bend, fold over. And that is how I came up with this front pattern piece. You can see I have where it's cut on the fold, and this is what I use to make this top. And I'll show you the 3 other tops at the end of the video. Now, one of the cool things about doing this is that you know that this top already fits you. You also know what you would want to modify or change possibly, or maybe there's nothing you want to change. So I did the same exact thing with the back, and I discarded this opening while I made the pattern because this opening is actually part of the fold. You can see it's finished clear up to here, and then there's this opening. And for this first blouse, this one, I did create the opening. With the other 3, I decided that I don't really need that opening, and I wanted to get 3 done for the week, so I went ahead and cut the nick hole just a little bit larger in the back and modified my pattern so that the other 3 are pullovers and don't have the keyhole nick hole. Now, this pattern is interesting. As you can see, it comes off the shoulder, and I got to looking at it, I was like, I think that this is not a fitted sleeve, but this is a rectangle. So what I did is I measured this. I measured here, I measured here, and I found that it is a rectangle. And so I measured how big the rectangle was this way and how deep it was this way, and it was the same this way, and it created a long rectangle. The same was true for the ruffle. I measured all the way around the bottom of the ruffle and then the depth of the ruffle plus a seam allowance. So what I ended up with, this is my back piece. first of all, again, cut on the fold. And what I ended up with was, for the bottom ruffle, I cut two 8-inch by 30-inch long, 8-inch deep, 30-inch long pieces. And for the sleeve, I cut 10-inch by 27-inch. So that worked out to make it such an easy pattern to put together. And then I went ahead and cut bias tape from the fabric, top stitched it, flipped it in, and top stitched it again. And it just turned out to be a very beautiful little blouse. Now, all of these fabrics that I made the blouses out of for this week are from Hobby Lobby. So I want to share with you. The first one is the bumblebees. I did decide, based off of this top and how it fits, if you look, but if I rise up on my toes, my belly shows a little bit. I'm not really into that, so I may just add like another little bit of a smaller ruffle to this blouse so that I don't have that issue. But all the others, I did make them a little deeper. I actually ended up adding a 1/2 inch up here to the bodice pieces on the bodice front and the bodice back to drop this down so it wasn't hitting me so high, but just a little bit lower. So this is the bumblebees. This is, I got this little wildlife fabric, and I said I got all these at Hobby Lobby, but I'm just remembering I did get this one at JoAnn a while back, and I made my own tag using my stamps and permanent ink that then I iron so it sets it on the fabric. And I decided for this set of tops to use this adorable bumblebee material for all the tags. And then my last one is the green. And again, you can see that it has the Studio 17 tag for my blended family of 17 kids. And these are just great. They're so soft. They're so versatile. As a mom and a grandma, I can just pop one on and run to the store. I can go see my grandchildren, play with them in it. It's very loose. It's going to be cool for the summer. I do like to try to stay covered up a little bit in the summer, but also breathable. So I'm excited about these 4 tops for an addition to my spring capsule wardrobe. I did go ahead and add into the capsule this blouse that I modified last year. There is a video which I'll link right here to how I did this, but this was a thrifted button-up shirt that I modified into a spring blouse last year, and I will be rolling this one over into my spring summer collection. I have my t-shirts, I have my kimono, my skirt and top set, and then my lounge set so far for my spring summer collection. Now, there is another top that I want to make using this pattern, and it is an Anthropologie or Free People pattern. I'll pop it up right here. And as you can see here at the embroidery table, I am working on the embroidery for the sleeves for that top. So stay tuned. Please like, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss out on content like this. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your sewing this week. Bye.